Good morning. It's Wednesday, which can only mean one thing. It's Meet the Members.
Yeah, we love Wednesdays.
Yeah, it's one of our favourite days of the week. And today we are joined by the lovely Wafaa Powell of Dancing Flavours. Wafaa, welcome back to the show, because this is not the first time you've been on a show with us, is it?
No, good morning. It's my third. It's my third. I think we're teaming up very well, aren't we?
Absolutely. But yeah, it's the first for me, actually, because
we've been doing lots of things behind your back, Jamie. We've been doing International Women's Day. We've been dancing. We've been
book day
as well. Yeah.
And Thursday, tomorrow.
Yes. Tomorrow we are joined with Danielle from Reflect, Relearn, Relate. I'm not sure if I got that in the right order, but join us at 7:30. It will be going live in the US. Yes. So I'll be sharing it afterwards. So yeah, that should be good fun as well.
So we've got an international star.
I know we have. We've got an international star.
So Wafaa, this show is literally all about Dancing Flavours, right? So tell us a little bit about the concept of Dancing Flavours and what you offer.
Well, it's all. It was all the whole business idea was a surprise to me as to everyone else. I started the dancing to pay for a counseling course, and it took off, and I enjoyed it much, and everyone who came to the classes enjoyed it. So that was the dancing side of it, and we're still going. That's about 16 years now. I've got actually in my classes ladies who've been still dancing with me since I first started. It just makes my heart fly. It's brilliant. That's one thing. Then later on, because I always blame my husband, who is fussy eater, he doesn't eat anything vegetables, and he's not adventurous in eating. So I used to cook for myself, and I thought, why don't I share the Lebanese cuisine, because it's not many people in the area. So I was a speaker on WI with the WIs, and I approached them and I started with them, and it's all from there really started. Then one of them booked me for a birthday party, so I thought, I can do that. Then another one booked me for her daughter's birthday hen party, so I thought, that works well, and that was the start of Dancing Flavours.
That's incredible.
And there used to be a lot of parties and things. So if we go on to the website, obviously, when we could do face-to-face, you used to do a lot of functions, hen parties, all sorts of things, didn't you?
I used to do for birthdays and things. I used to go to people's home and cook with them. I ran cookery classes from my house with the number, if I can fit them around my table, but mainly in people's homes. So what I tried to do, be it a party, try to get them engaged in the cooking and talking about the history and traditions. And then if they wanted the dancing, we did the dancing, or before or after. And for hen parties, I went to where they're staying, their holiday lets, or their garden, or whatever it is. And it was brilliant. I did one thing different. I used to hold, I've done it for many years, a pop-up restaurant. So I used to hire a hall and do my own, make it a Lebanese restaurant, really, and finish with the dancing. So that was the days when we used to see each other face to face.
I've heard some great news about the pop-up restaurant. So when we can see each other again, or when we can see each other for the first time, apart from the screen, you'll have to come to Wales. But I love the way that you have adapted and diversified, because you obviously comes across, you love what you do and you're a people person. So tell us about what you offer now, what you can offer through cooking classes.
At the moment, the dancing and the cooking gone online. So I hold a monthly cook-along, so people can sign up. I had people from Scotland, from US, from France joining in. So it made that possible. And that is I set a date, I set a menu, people sign in, and then we all cook together. But I encourage everyone to stay and eat afterwards online. And so we keep chatting and talking, and I think we all needed that in the lockdown, and people appreciated it. But also been having like what I call a private, when a group of family, they want to cook just on their own. So the children are different countries or in different counties. They can't see each other. Teams. I had a few teams where the team, because they're all working remotely. So those were private. I cooked with them, but then I didn't stay at the end. I finished and I let them eat together separately. So that is what happened in the cookery classes. I also, on occasions, like, as you know, for Valentine's, I've done a baklava class. So that is an extra one. We got one on the 29th of March for Easter cookies. Traditionally, we do at home in Lebanon. So I've got the regular one, I've got the private one, and I've got the one that fits with the season or an occasion.
I've got to admit, right? So I was involved with the baklava, and I've got a bit of a bone to pick with you because it was that nice. I couldn't stop eating it, right? And it has not helped my my waistline one bit. Right? I mean, this body is a temple, Wafaa,
Absolutely.
Right? And there's granted a temple ruin, but there was enough butter.
Hold on. I'm going to stop you. Your temple needs, and it's very important to treat your temple. That is a treat. Yeah. You're not supposed to eat baklava all day long.
This temple needs refurbishment, let me tell you. But there was enough butter in that baklava that James Martin would be proud. But it was absolutely delicious.
It really was. Like, and so much fun as well.
Yeah, that was the other thing as well. It was just good fun doing it. I really enjoyed the whole mixing of the nuts. I don't know why, but because I had to crush them all, didn't I?
I know.
That was my job, crushing the nuts.
Yeah.
Small things.
We were joined with friends as well and people that we'd never met. A lovely young girl who was about 12 or so.
Oh, bless her, yeah.
10, yeah.
It was her birthday gift.
Yeah, it was so lovely. She was asking such great questions as well. So it really shows that, whatever age you can get together and do this online, and the history, the poems that you read, you just made it really, really special, something that we couldn't have done otherwise, for Valentine's in lockdown. What do you do?
We created a bit of a community with it as well, because we had a few of the people of our neighbours involved. And actually, our one neighbour, we swapped pieces of baklava.
Socially distanced
around the door.
But we tried theirs and they tried ours. Yes,
it was lovely.
The whole idea, to me, what is important is people being engaged together. It's at the heart of what I do. I want to be engaged with people all the time. Hence, I talk a lot. So, and I'm not only cooking. I'm talking. I'm telling stories. I'm talking about traditions, information, because I find it nourishes my being, and I think people appreciate that and they want that. We need it, so that's why it is important in whatever I do.
And it's funny because it's the fundamental ethos of what we do as a business as well. But it's the people you meet, and the funny thing is, right? So I'm going back to the baklava day, right? I'd never even heard of it. Now I see it all the time, right? It's incredible. But it was the people. I mean, I love culture anyway, right? I'm a massive fan of culture, aren't we?
Yeah.
So there was that mixed in with a food I've never eaten. We did it together, which, as ironic as it sounds, we needed that time together doing something that wasn't business related. Yeah. So for us, it was absolutely priceless. And if anyone's listening in and you've been in under house arrest with your loved one and you just need something different, I massively recommend cooking together.
Well, we booked another one for the 17th of April, I think is for the lamb kofta, which I'm really looking forward to because I love cooking, but I love making sort of new recipes. But I am useless at following recipes, by the way, but I try my very best. But I'm looking forward to this because it's just something different. You use so many different herbs. And I had a little present, which is your cookbook, which is Dancing Flavours. And it can be found, of course, on the website as well. And Wafaa is also in the Cinebounce Hub and Business Directory. So just put in Dancing Flavours and you can find out all about it there. But there's some lovely recipes in the book that are very simple because you very much promote the simplicity and just the fun of cooking, don't you?
Absolutely. The joy of cooking. I think that's an element of everyday life we sort of missed and we want to bring back. And recipes don't need to be long. They don't need to be laborious. They need to be, well, I believe in simplicity. And as you pointed out, if you look at my books, all my ingredient list is so small. It's ridiculous. But the flavors, we focus on the flavors and on the nutritional value of, because at the moment, we need to really, and I've always, not just at the moment, we need to look after our immune system, and that's what really protect us. So we need to enjoy what, excuse me, we need to enjoy what we do. The cooking is a creative activity, so it's not just a chore, and we don't eat just to survive. We eat because it nourishes us on all levels as a human. And we need to share it. And I think the sharing, going back to what Jamie is saying, sharing it when we can with the people around us, when we can meet up, and when we can't online.
And I think it's such a lovely tool to be able to use. And that's where Zoom comes in, because you can meet from all over the world, you know, and they can all get their ingredients. So some people have asked me if it's hard to get ingredients, but you can find most of them in local supermarkets, can't you?
Absolutely, most of them, except one I really don't find in supermarket, which is the crushed wheat. And I have a problem with couscous. I don't like couscous. So people replace it with couscous. And I had a rant on one of my blogs about couscous. And I can't bear it. I can't bear it, the couscous. I really can't. I don't know why. So we're not going. But,
no, let's go down that rabbit hole.
Crushed wheat is the only element. It's not in supermarket, but it's online, and it's in Middle Eastern shops and supermarkets.
Yeah, I mean, so is there much, like, I know, like, in this country you can buy anything anywhere, right? But is there a lot of is there a place where you can go and buy Lebanese food? Is that even a thing yet, other than yourself?
The ingredients are Middle Eastern. So if you go to a Turkish supermarket, you find it all. You go to what is called Sweet Mart, is a quite well-known name as multicultural. You find everything. Lebanese kitchen haven't got anything out of, there is no the herbs are the same, the vegetables are the same. Let's say the pomegranate molasses is a very basic in our kitchen. Now supermarket I bring in it, and it wasn't before, but that's easy to get. Vermicelli, which we use, or vermicelli, we use it with the rice. Now most supermarket have tahini. It's available in every supermarket. So the ingredients are there. As I said, the only one I struggle with is the crushed wheat. But it is online. If you shop online, it is online. And there is no such as Lebanese shop. I haven't come across one anyway. But in Bristol, I know there is lots of, what they call them Turkish. They are Turkish. It depends on the owners and what they have there. But Sweet Mart is a very well-known big supermarket that supply everything Middle Eastern.
Brilliant. That's a top tip as well. So if you want to get involved with Wafaa, and you're thinking to yourself, well, how do I get involved with Wafaa? Well, it's easy. You go to See No Bounds, which is the best business directory in the world, and you type in Dancing Flavours. But if they didn't do that, Wafaa, how else can they find you?
Well, first of all, if they can take note and spell my name correctly, they can find me anywhere. That's it.
Just Google Wafaa
Just Google Wafaa Power and you find it.
Yeah, just get the A's right.
You can find me on Facebook and on, Wafaa Powell. How many A's and F's in my name confuses people. So I do apologize. But so I'm on Facebook as Dancing Flavours also. I am on LinkedIn. I am on Instagram. I am on Twitter. I don't use it a lot. I've got my website, quite active on my website. And you find lots of informations and pictures. But also through you, I have to say, I can't thank you enough for all what you've done since we've met. I don't know how long we've known each other. Hardly 2 months, 3 months.
Yeah, I'm not
something
sure.
Like that. So, yeah, it's exciting.
Amazing. amazing. The exposure you put me, you helped me with, and promoting the classes. I just can't thank you enough. That's brilliant. I'm just very grateful to you.
Oh, thank you. And do come and join us, because we are doing that class again on the lamb kofta for the 17th of April. So I know Tammy's watching. So Tammy, come on. I think the whole family should join in.
Well, Tammy said that she can't cook with her husband.
Oh, she can't cook.
No,
You just have to be in separate rooms.
Me and my husband can't cook together because he doesn't chop things the right way.
Jamie, my husband only can burn things. My husband.
The funny thing is, actually, I can cook, right? Because my mum, I grew up in a kitchen with my mother, and I can cook. It's more
You're actually the best chopper there is in the house.
Yeah, yeah. Because my mum taught me how to chop like the right way, with the right thing. Anyway, but Charlotte loves cooking, right? And I love eating, so it really is a marriage made in heaven. So I don't get in her way. That's the trick, right?
No, you're really good at that.
Yeah,
you kind of leave me to it until I ask for help. Yeah.
No, you did help when they did the baklava, didn't you? You were very useful.
Well, I got in the way a little bit, yeah. But yeah, no, we have got quite a good relationship like that. But when we're cooking together, I love chopping vegetables.
Yeah.
Sorry, one of the things the feedback, from after my classes, because the people who took part, there were people on their own who appreciated connecting with others. There were couples who wanted to do something together, like you said, and nothing to do with business, nothing to do with any other family commitment. I had people with teenage children. I have people with children, young children. People who met their children who are grown up in different place, and it's about creating this connecting. So I go back always to this connecting people together, me included, because I am part of it. And that's what, I can't talk about it enough, if that makes sense. I just love it.
And it's absolutely good fun. I also want to give a little mention, because you've got your belly dancing online as well. So you've got a class on Mondays. What time is that again? If people want to, because that's a beginner's class.
That's a beginner's class. Monday is at 12 lunchtime for an hour. And then I've got the regular one on Tuesday, which is the advanced one. Then you are part of on Tuesday.
I wouldn't say I'm advanced.
Now the thing is, the reality is some people can't do. When there is a beginner class, you can't join it. So people do join me at the advanced, and I do try to balance between not boring the ladies who've been dancing for years and not making the new ladies feel so they don't know what they're doing. So I do try to balance it, and I hope, and I hope I do a good job with that. But if people, I really encourage everyone to give it a go. There is nothing like it. Nothing like belly dancing. Absolutely. For women, I would say.
I love it, right? I absolutely love it, because while Charlotte's belly dancing, I get to play on my PlayStation. That's my fun. So I'm absolutely loving your class.
But it's for me, it's just about the movements. And if I don't get it completely right, like I knew I couldn't do the lunchtime one, so I joined you in the evening. And they are such a lovely, friendly group. And you've obviously done a couple of classes with me and another girl separate. But it's not so much about getting it completely right. It's more about just having fun. Yesterday we did things with a scarf, and we were just laughing, and it's just to get together again. I think it's so important to stay sociable whilst we're still physically busy.
I think for the dancing, it is all what you said, but there is something about moving our body, and what belly dancing offers is it moves all the body. So from your shoulders to your neck to your toes, to every bit of your body is taking part, but it doesn't feel like exercise. And I always that's why I'm not fussed if people do something wrong, because we correct it a bit. The more you do it, the more it becomes easy. The body gets used to it. It's about enjoying the dance. Also, we go back about celebrating. So we want to exercise, but also we want to enjoy what we're doing. And so that's why I'm not fussed about, I don't carry a stick and correct everyone every 2 seconds. I do, of course. I want them to dance correctly so that their body benefits from it. But it's about also making it a fun exercise and a joyful time when you can leave everything behind and focus on yourself.
That's brilliant.
That's a really good tip.
Well, listen, ladies, right? I've got to stop you speaking,
I know,
okay?
we
Because
could
we've got to
sit
end
here
the
all
show.
day.
Do you know what I mean? Otherwise, this will be turned into a podcast,
I know.
right? We've got one comment coming from Tammy, which I really want to share, and it says, "Your passion really shines through, Wafaa," and I think that's a fantastic little thing. And then she says, "Is the belly dancing suitable for pregnant ladies?" That's a really good question.
Belly dancing started originally to help pregnant women. That's what originally belly dancing is for, to help women with birth pain and period pain. But I would say, as a general rule, every woman knows her body and her doctor is her reference. I'm not medical background, but I would always avoid the first 4 weeks and the last 2 weeks. Having said that, I've got one. If you look into my pictures on Facebook, one of my dancing ladies regular, she danced throughout all her pregnancy, and actually we performed in public a week before she gave her birth to her baby. She was like this. And absolutely.
I mean, the baby came out a bit like this, but everything else was good. Do you know what I mean?
Because it does tone and strengthen your abdomen. On top, also your back, which all you need, your thighs. So all those muscles you need for pregnancy and for birth. Absolutely. That's what belly dancing is for, actually.
Well, I didn't know that. So fantastic question, Tammy. And I'm thank you for answering it. Right, ladies, that's it. I'm ending the show. The show's over.
Thank you so much for your time this morning, Wafaa.
Absolute pleasure having you
as
here.
always. Yeah, and we look forward to seeing you very soon again.
So make a note, everybody. It's Wafaa Powell. I'll point down there. Wafaa Powell. It's been an absolute joy having you on the show. Don't forget the book. Absolutely, you can get it in
the name. Thank you very much. Have an amazing day today.
You too, lovely.
Same to you.
Take care. Bye now.
Bye.